the heart. Um, it's crazy times. I do got to clean up this room here. I cleaned up the whole house. That's what's funny. Downstairs is clean. This is just my room. The kids' rooms are clean. It's just up here in my room. I got to clean a little bit, but it's all right. We'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow. Right now, I'm going to talk from the heart. Um, I've been having a very, very hard time accepting that my wife Jennifer passed away. I'm not having that much of a hard time accepting my mom passed away. I love my mom. I just want to be clear to everyone. My mom is my best friend. There wasn't a day that ever went by I didn't speak to her. I spoke to my mother every day, 47 years. I love my mother. I love her. I love you, Ma. But the thing is, my mother got the triple bypass back in 2018. I told her she had to walk, she had to move, she had to, get up, get on up, get up, get on up, get on the scene, get on up. Like she got to be a walking machine, get on up. She didn't want to do that. For whatever reason, she kind of fell into this, like no zest of life. My father passed away 2020. That didn't help her. I didn't think they didn't have the greatest marriage. God bless my father, God bless him. May he rest in peace. My mother as well. But I thought that might have been almost a positive, that it would influence her to live her life and to get herself in good shape. But no, it made it worse. Then she had this boyfriend. His name was James. They used to date when she was like 16. She found him on Facebook. I call him James the Chicken Man. He had a chicken shop, where they, let's just say they prepared the chicken for people to eat. I'm not going to get into the things they did to the chicken, but that's what they did, Kind of like the old days with the Knights of the Round Table, You know what I'm talking about. But she got this guy on the phone, and she's like, "It's me, James. Remember we used to date when I was like 16?" And he's like, "Who are you?" It was like 60 years they didn't speak. Unfortunately, he ended up passing away like 2 months later. It broke my mom's heart. Salute, Gentani. Got a little Arnold Palmer in the house here. My mom had the opportunity to get better and to walk and to fight, but she chose not to. And eventually she got a blood clot. I was telling her this could happen. I'm like, Ma, if you don't move, if you don't walk, if you don't get up in time, this could turn into a blood clot. Pulmonary, was it embolism or something of that nature? So that's what happened. But Jennifer, whole different ballgame with that beautiful girl. Whole different ballgame for Jen. Jennifer was a fighter, man. She fought 10 years. I'm talking about my wife and my mom who passed away, Josh. My wife was only 46 years old, mother of our children. She was dealing with cancer for 10 years, Josh. She won. Cancer lost because she saw her kids grow up. They told her she was only going to live 2 or 3 years, 5 years at most, and she lived 10. But she also had pneumonia, aspiration pneumonia, the poor girl. It's a long story. My mom passed away 2 weeks later, if you could believe it, Josh. I lost the two most important people in my life in a matter of 2 weeks. Not really doing well, as you could probably imagine. So that's what the live stream is about, talking about loss. Thank you, Texas in the house. And only if you want, brother, this is not an obligation. Some people, they got good hearts. This is my Cash App for anybody who would like to contribute something small. I have 2 kids that lost their mom. They lost their grandma. I give big shout outs. I make a big fuss over anybody, who would like to help our family in need. Help out the kids. We winded up losing a big income because I was my wife's caretaker as well as my mom. And, we got hit hard. We're looking for people out there with big hearts that could do a small little Cash App. If you don't have Cash App, you could do a Super Chat, but the Cash App's a little easier for us because it's like immediate. Can someone actually type out this Cash App for me and I'll pin the comment? It's the $ Richard Lavoie, $ it's RICHARDLEV as in Victor OI. There's no space, no underscore in between my first and last name. If you type it out, I'll pin the comment. Thank you, Josh. God bless you, brother. Thank you, Josh. I'm a piano player. I'll give you for anyone who does the Cash App, I'll do a nice song for you. I'm gonna upload a video, give you a big shout out. So it's up to you. You know, there's no pressure here. Also, if I got enough support, I was telling everybody, I would like to actually help other families by doing these events where let's say you have someone who lost their loved one and they're grieving, right? I want to invite them to a nice big Italian dinner where I would pay for the Italian dinner and like we could all just be there together, telling stories, sharing our experiences, kind of grieving together and helping each other. All these families out there helping each other that lost loved ones. So that's another thing I'd like to do as well. So I got two things going on here. Back to the Future. I wonder if is it you? I still can't tell. I can't tell if it's you or not. If you're the real Back to the Future, I don't know. But I guess we'll find out soon. We'll find out soon. It's me, Apefather. Yeah, but how do I know it's you? Okay, can you tell? All right, let me ask you a question. I'm gonna prove if it's you right now. Okay. I know you gave a lot to us, but how much did you recently give in the card that you mailed? Okay, it's okay. I just want to make sure that it's you. I know you gave. There was a time you gave $50. There was another time I think you gave 30. What was the most recent amount that you gave in the card? Just it's okay because I want everyone to know Back to the Future was very generous. Gave us like $50, gave us another 30. That's right. That's right. So it's you, Back to the Future. It's you. What's up, Telly? William, what's up? Back to the Future. I don't really even the whole moderated thing, brother. I don't want anybody to do it. I just look. I let people talk. I let people say whatever they want to say, and if they get out of control, I kick them out. I don't really need a moderator. I'm not trying to be mean. I love you, man. It's just I don't need moderators. It's not that it's confusion. It's just see. It's like you knew what the dollar amount is. You knew what the dollar amount is. So it's got to be. You have to be the real Back to the Future. You have to be the real Back to the Future. It's got to be you. I just like handling it myself. Don't get mad at me, Back to the Future. I love you, brother, and I'm so glad to have you back. But thank you, Simon. Yeah, I just do it all myself. I don't. People ask me over and over again, make me a moderator, make me a mod. I'll never mix up again. We're gonna have a code. Me and you, we got to talk. Listen, you know what you got to do? Back to the Future. Email me one day at Richard. Here, this is my email. I'll show you. I don't know if you can see it, but it's wait, hold on. Can you see my email? It's richardle101@gmail.com. Send me an email. We got to come up with like a code. We got to come up with a code so that this way I know if it's you. Like we come up with like a code name, like bananas or some shit. I'll just give you an example. Be like, what's the code? Bananas. And then I know it's you. That's the email. And there's the Cash App for anybody who would like to be generous. help a family going through the toughest time right now. Just lost my wife, my mom, all in 2 weeks. Let's talk about that. So it's very hard to lose a loved one. But let me tell you why my situation is a little harder than the average bear. Okay. Jennifer and my mother was my entire support system. They were my entire life. They were everything to me. Like, in other words, unfortunately, I don't have a support system anymore. I'll try to make everybody understand this. My mom and my dad didn't have the greatest marriage. Okay. There was a lot of fighting going on, unfortunately, when I was a young boy. And this is what happened, unfortunately. What happened is that my mother's family, they didn't really get along with my father. And unfortunately, a lot of that kind of rubbed off on me a little bit. I don't know why, because I was the son. I didn't do anything wrong. I was very close to them when I was younger, but we went long periods of time not speaking, and now we're speaking again. But we haven't spoken a very long time prior to this. They're being very supportive. Like, I have a cousin Joe, cousin Pete. They're being really supportive to me right now. Cousin Joey, also, I got a cousin out in Cali. He's being very supportive. But the thing is, prior to this, we didn't speak in a very long time. So I don't have the biggest support system. On my wife's side, they all suck. I mean, her brother sucks. That guy, his father has dementia. He doesn't even visit him. He's a piece of garbage. My wife had cancer. He never once visited her or checked on her or was by her side. Nothing. So what are you going to do? I don't have that's right, Telly got the fresh haircut. Like Simon Bay says, he likes it. I look younger, looking clean. Clean. My wife was my support system. I was her support system. She was my support system. Now that she's passed away, I feel like I have no support system. I really don't. It's very scary. It's a very, very scary feeling. My mom passed away. My father passed away in 2020. Now my mom passed away. I feel like almost like I'm an orphan now. It's crazy. I feel like I have no parents. I feel like I don't have any siblings. I don't have a brother. I don't have a sister. I don't have anyone supporting me. So it's very scary. So all I got right now is the kids and my dogs. That's it. My life took a major, major turn. I was my wife's caretaker. I was with her every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Seriously, I was always with her. I gotta get sleep soon. I don't sleep anymore. I haven't slept right in about a month and a half because I'm just so upset over losing my beautiful Jennifer. And like I said, I'm also very upset losing my mom. But my mom, I got it. It made a little more sense to me. My mom had the triple bypass. This is, going back in 2018. I kept telling her, you got to get up, you got to walk, you got to move, you got to get up, you got to walk, you got to move. She didn't do it. And eventually, I think it formed this blood clot. It's terrible. But at least with my mom, I love her with all my heart and soul. I love her. It made some sense to me. Jennifer's situation didn't make any sense to me. Even though she had cancer since 2015. If you watch the way she lived, she did not live like a person who had cancer. We were in Florida. She was walking all over the place. Islands of Adventure, Universal. She was all over the place. SeaWorld. She's walking so much, I couldn't even keep up with her. She didn't live a life like someone who had cancer. So that's what confused me. Oh yeah, I'll definitely go back to Fuji. I go there a lot. Absolutely gonna go back to Fuji, and we'll see Candy. Yep, I love Fuji. I gotta get some sleep soon. It's terrible. Um, you know, Apefather prides himself on being good to people. My whole life, I was always good to someone that needed help. I always was. I was always there. It's like, whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. I'll be around. I need people to be there for me now, you know? Yes, Tully. Crazy. Evil Detective Pikachu. Um, she had grit. Who you talking about, Tully? My wife? Or you talking about Fuji? Wait, hold on a second. You got to be talking about My wife had a lot of grit. I actually don't use that word that often. That's an interesting word, grit, courage. My wife had a lot of courage. She had a lot of grit. Telly, thank you. God bless you, Telly. Telly is the best. Oh my God. I'm just I'm having a hard time with my wife. I'm having a hard time accepting she's gone. It's like I know she's gone. I go downstairs, I see that she's cremated. My mom was cremated. I get it. My mother's with her mother right now. They have a beautiful thing they did for my mom. They put her ashes with her mother, Anna, and her father, Joe. It's beautiful. My wife is with us, her ashes. But I just didn't want this. This was not the life I wanted to live. I didn't want to be a single dad. Look, I love my kids. Don't get me wrong. Their happiness is everything to me. Everything to me. And I'm willing to be miserable as long as they're happy. That's the key. I don't care about it's all about their happiness. It's all about their happiness to me. So I want them to be very happy, my kids. But I've been living a lot like Russell Crowe from the movie Gladiator. At the end of the movie, when he was passing away, 50% of him was in the afterlife, and the other 50% was on Earth. That's how I feel. Like 50%, I'm reaching out to my wife right now. You know, I'm with her. The other 50%, I'm here with my kids on Earth because I want them to be happy. But like I said, anybody who has a good heart, this is the Cash App, a very small Cash App. I will give you a big, gigantic shout out. I'm going to make a video. We're going to play some music. I'm going to give you a big shout out. It's the $ Richard Lavoy, the $ RICHARDLEVOI. No space, no underscore in between my first and last name. Thank you. Detective Pikachu, evil Detective Pikachu comes through again with a super thanks. God bless you, super chat. I'm just tired tonight. God bless you. As you can see, I'm exhausted. Oh man, I don't want to be tired. You ever live a life where there's all these things you don't want? It's like, I don't want to live without Jen. That's the big thing. I don't want to live without my wife. I need my wife. I need her. But unfortunately, it is what it is. That's it. She passed away. It's a terrible thing. It's so hard to accept things in life. I'm gonna get going, guys, for a little bit. I feel like I'm gonna faint. I'm gonna come right back. I think I need just a little shut eye. But once again, I'm not gonna be long. I'll be right back in a little bit to complete the live stream. Just want to get a little bit of energy. Once again, for everyone with a big heart, this is my Cash App. The $ Richard Lavoie, RICHARDLEVOI. Very small Cash App. I will give you an enormous, enormous shout out. And it's to help our family in need. Yeah, I'm going to get a little rest, guys. Not long, Back to the Future, because I can't really sleep long. I just get like little quick rests here and there, even if it's for a lousy half an hour or something. But I'm going to go relax a little bit, okay? God bless all of you. God bless your family. Back to the Future, I apologize to you. I did not mean, it was an accident to block you. I'm so sorry about that. You know I love you, brother. You're my biggest supporter. So God bless Back to the Future. God bless everybody. I'll be back in a little bit.